There you are. Good, you're awake. I want to take the, get the cuffs off of you. I didn't want to scare you, startle you. Oh, no, we were captured, do you remember? There was, bandits. Something like that. I don't know. Something horribly mundane, I'm sure. Here, let me get those off you. It's a tricky one. Might need something to get the lock off. Get Jester over here. Oh, got it. Maybe I should keep these, for my recreational activities. Physical therapy. I'm sure I can get it written off as such. How are you feeling? Better? Yeah, you took quite a hit. Jester's busy with Ford. He got knocked out completely, all the way down. Could have been bad, but I think she's got it covered. She sent me to do the, to deal with you. That sounded wrong. Deal with you. Deal with your injuries, I guess. Put some makeshift bandages on you on the way over, but they're going to need changing. So, unfortunately, this is most likely going to be uncomfortable at best, but going to have to get into your personal space quite a bit. No, you're not super fond of that. Although, if you ever were to become more, accepting or receptive of that, I would love to get in your personal space anytime you'd like. First of all, I've got to get that awful bandaging job I did off of you. I'm not a healer, clearly. My talents lie more in making people bleed than stopping it. Here, just give me your hand. No, give me your whole arm. Just hold on. Don't move so much. Hold on. Almost got it. Perfect. And I have some relatively unused, lightly used bandages to replace those, if you'll let me. Good. Just too close? Sorry. Sorry, it's entirely unavoidable. I wouldn't be trying to make you uncomfortable like this. You're not uncomfortable. You look uncomfortable. I would say that you look more uncomfortable now, faced with the idea of socializing while in a compromised position than you did when you were facing down those enemies of ours. Speaking of which, we actually came away from that not entirely empty-handed. Well, I did. Can't say the same for the others. I think Jester got a few pretty things. I found a cache of new jewelry. I'll have to find something to properly attach it, but do you want to see it? Too bad. I'm going to show it to you anyway. Actually, I found something that I think I'd like to give to you if you would be receptive of a gift. Oh, earrings. I don't know, I don't take you for someone who would wear earrings, although you'd look good in them. I think you'd look good in just about anything, though. Unfair. Where did I put it? Bet I could make a lot of money selling this, but I'm not going to. I like it a lot. It's a jewelry box, I imagine. Very fancy one. Gesture says these are diamonds, and she would know, given her growing up, who her mother is. Imagine she knows precious gems very well, seeing as she is one herself. This, I assume it's worth something. It's worth something to me. It is a gift to you. I imagine you could sell it for quite a bit, trade it in for a large number of books or cats or whatever else you are interested in. Or maybe you could use it in a spell. I don't know. You need gems for some of those, don't you? Speaking of that, speaking of books and cats, is Frumpkin, he was banished. You're going to be able to get him back anytime soon. But if you need anything to get him back anytime soon, I would be more than happy to volunteer to go into town and get whatever you need. No problem. Whatever you need. No, I'm doing it because I want to do it, not because I feel bad for you. I promise you I don't feel bad for you. We all got ourselves into this, and we paid the price. Although the price ended up being in the negative for me. I think I gained more than I lost. Although, I would say I lost my dignity, but I don't think I had any to begin with. I actually would say none of us have any dignity in this group. No dignity. None between the lot of us. Sorry, my staring. It's hard not to. Alright, I'll cool in on that a little bit. But I'm serious, if you need anything. Oh, or if you want a drink, I can get you coffee or, I don't know, tea? Whatever it is you drink. Now, I imagine you have to drink something on those cold nights of studying in the library. Need a warm drink of some sort. I can't imagine having to sit down and read for hours at a time. That must be extremely taxing on the soul. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be for you. It would be for me. I did ask you if you could teach me to read, or suggested it, hinted at it. I am not necessarily, I don't necessarily need to learn to read, although it would be nice, I suppose. I could borrow one of Jester's erotic novels in that case. Perhaps you could teach me to read by reading aloud to me from one of those. No? Well, if you have a different preference, I would love to hear it. But I would also find it extremely entertaining to see and hear you in your very serious accent read aloud about Captain Tusktooth and whatever else Jester has most likely come up with at this point. Oh, I bet she's taken to writing her own novels by this point. Maybe in her journal. Do you think she writes any to the Traveler? Or do you think she writes about herself in the Traveler? Oh, or herself in Ford, almost definitely. That's a good point. She might write about us, too. I would be fascinated to see what kind of story she would come up with about us. And my various and assorted treasures that I've gained from this expedition. Not least of all these. I'm joking. I'm totally pulling your leg. Nothing. Totally fine. Nothing to do. Nothing about anything. No, I'm not trying to come onto you. I am just making conversation in the way that I find most productive. If it's making you uncomfortable, I, by all means, will stop. That's what I thought. See, you don't want attention, but you want attention. I'm sure it's more of a matter of the attention that you did get was negative enough to dissuade you from believing that you're worthy of affection. But you still crave it. We all do. I am very open with my affection, as I'm sure you've seen. So, I have plenty to give, anytime you need it. Just come wake me up if you want to talk, anytime, if you want to have a drink, if you want to go walking through the town, if you want to do anything at all. I am any hour of the day, any day of the week. Come find me. Well, you don't have to wake up Ford. He's a heavy sleeper. I've done some things that I'm shocked he slept through. Oh, you have a dirty mind. That's not what I was thinking. Although I slept through that too. Oh, what was I thinking? That is for me to know and you to find out someday. Or imagine. Or contemplate. Use your big brain. I'm sure you can come up with something. Yes, if you want to go to a bookstore and hang out for hours, I will go with you. That's what I'm saying. Yes, even though I can't read. Well, I can read a tiny bit, a little bit. And you're going to teach me, aren't you? You said you would. No taking back. Let me just check your bandages again. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Perfect. Everything looks good. I think you're going to be fine. I'll ask Jester to come over and look it over again, just in case, once she's done with Ford. And wherever else got hurt. Oh, I'm fine. My only injuries are self-inflicted. I'm used to it. I heal quick. Oh, no. You don't need to do anything. Nothing else to be done. Jester's just making her rounds, then I'm sure she'll pass out. Everyone will it'll be fine. We'll all go to bed. Whole thing, we can just forget all about it. You want me to stay? Oh, absolutely. I was hoping you'd ask. I didn't want to intrude. Didn't want to, come off as too clingy. Although I am, as I said, a very tactile person. I do prefer to sleep in the company of others. Sleeping in both the euphemistic and non-euphemistic meanings, of course. Although I think in your state you should probably stay out of euphemisms altogether. Oh, Frumpkin, right. Yes. Your emotional support cat. I can do something about that tomorrow. I'm sure I have probably some of the ingredients. I think between the lot of us I can gather something up, put something together. You'll have your cat back with you in no time at all. Alright, yes, you should definitely sleep. You should have a long rest, and then tomorrow we can get back on the road. Good night. Good night, Caleb.